Okay, well, we are into a game. GAM, then, your reigning VCS champions, will they be able to return to the dominance that we saw of them in the summer or in the spring split, where they only dropped 2 games? They didn't drop a single series, and they only dropped 2 games over the course of the split. Or maybe SBTC finally, now with a couple of the players that they wanted back when they tried to make their super roster, how will Dire 1 return to the VCS? All of that we will be finding out over the next half an hour. Both junglers then starting on their top side of their respective jungles.
Yeah, a little bit of a leash coming out from both sides, so these are going to be fairly accelerated clears. Coming out Levi again, going to take this Gromp, and we're going to have to see where DNK going up towards the Krugs entirely, which is most likely the case. Oh my god, what is wrong with my internet? Gonna have to try and fix that before the next time I'm on this broadcast, but
it's one of the annoying things with internet troubles, because
yes.
usually there's not much that you can do about it. You can just look at the internet messing up and just scream in pain.
Pretty much. But so we're going to see these junglers match down towards this crab at roughly the same time. And with that, I think we're going to see a bit of a scuffle for the crab. I'm interested to see how much of a lead Levi can get. Maybe if he can find that level 4 in time. But then from there, where does the pressure come from? GAM spot lane has the push, so should be able to assist Levi in trying to capture this first crab. And if DNK is actually potentially just going to go straight through mid, and what is going?
Well, Levi going into a 1v3 and is able to get the kill as well. Well, Kati fell. To be honest, I don't really know what happened there. It kind of just sprung up on me, and I thought it was Levi who got a kill. Then I saw it was Kati who died. So never mind. Ignore me. That's my fluff up of the day, right there.
Yeah, I'm just very confused. Like, so we saw the Okay, so we saw the mist go down, and I think Kati's pushed up here. He sees the mist go down, and with the barrel where it is, he flashes over towards this terrible position rather than just trying to, I guess, flash over the barrel, and it just means he's stuck in a position where he's going to see too much. Levi is in no position to respond.
Oh, Palette going low, but able to survive. Ignite burnt from the no flashes in an attempt to chase down the Nautilus. So just that first kill for the side of SBTC, and a good start for their summer campaign so far.
Yeah, it's going alright. Bot lane is taking a bit of a beating though, and if it's just a little bit more mana on Star, that might have been that kill locked down, but it does deny a decent amount of this kill threat coming out, as GAM can get that reset at a very good spot. But just that blunder from Cardi just sort of sets them so far behind. It gives Dia1 the ability to find the extra items to get that push early and let the Gragas get out on the map. You can see him as he sort of hover towards this top side to support DNK. And I mean, he's a little far back, and he has to be pretty much ready to give up these wolves if they push too far.
And I did like as well how Dia1 was right in the shadow of DNK as he stepped into Levi's jungle to steal away one of the wolves. And the mid-jungle duo looking to be on point so far for SBTC. Levi now having a look towards the mid lane B, closely in tow as well.
Hardy's just trying to zone Dia1 off as much experience as he can, I suppose. But with that, it's just utilize the smite just to try and get this shove and get a good reset for Cardi, because that death timer put him at such a bad position with only being able to back for an amp tome. He has to walk up for this CS, but Palette's there. He has no flash. This is just There's not much his team can really do to bail him out. Levi already spent his time in there and wasn't able to get all that much done, so just have to try and make this happen.
Oh, Pelé gets hit by the handshake. No flash available either. And Style will get GAM's first kill
No.
of the game.
So unlucky for Cardi. He wanted that assist would have helped him out so much, but as it is, he wasted so much time. And Kiaya's just going to end up getting killed here.
The solo kill king gets solo killed as Carti gets caught out in his own jungle. It's another kill for SBTC, this time for Dire 1. B and Levi making their way over. Levi taking a lot of damage, but DNK is going to be left to die by Dire 1 because he had no mana left. Palette shows up in the mid lane, but a little bit too late. The kill lead and the goal lead still on the side of SBTC.
SBTC right now, it's a good trade back on the side of DNK. Levi able to pick that one up. But in the end, it's just pressure on the spot side from Celebrity, able to crash that wave. Solo kill on the top side, had to weather the storm, did Kiaya, but has gone for such a very squishy start into his build, rushing these CDR boots. And that's not necessarily...
Good dredge line into the Moonlight Vigil. A lot of Chakram starting to stack up, but Style still playing aggressively. Celebrity has the red and white guns. Palette could have had a think about going back in, but in the end, SBTC throw a big engage onto GAM, but get nothing out of it.
Where they managed to try and get something back, but that laser just out of range. And Kiaya pushes very far forward and trades far too aggressively to get this glacial proc, and with this Mega Gnar coming up at the right time, there's no hope for Kiaya without his flashy.
Did Kiaya use the glacial prison?
Well, he didn't use his. I don't think he used his ult. It says he did, but yeah, I don't know. Didn't seem like he did.
DNK flashing, Spectral Maw trying to get away, no Heartbreaker available. Celebrity will show up, Dire 1 is it here, and down will go one. Levi will fall, makes it a 1-for-1. Dire 1 can't get back over the wall, and now Celebrity and Emperor just focusing onto Kiaya. The gravity field will do work. Chaos Storm now ticking down, but Celebrity able to get out of the damage zone. B is the next focus. Carti able to get the kill onto Celebrity, but B is left with nowhere to go. Thankfully, Style shows up, gets the Fate's Call, throws B back into Palette and Dire 1. Meanwhile, on the top side of the fight, Emperor now getting run down by Kiaya. Emperor might still want to trade, but has to be careful because the permafrost was almost procced, and GAM equalize the kill 4-4.
And that's a kill, and will race him towards his passive, getting those stacks he needs, and that's really what you need to bring this Victor back into this game. Good trade overall for GAM, bringing the gold back. The gold pretty much back to even, but the kills absolutely. And now we just need to see. It's going to be an SBTC. DNK pushing quite aggressively into the river, and GAM just trying to collapse onto that. Really, the only reason he lasted as long as he did is Heartbreaker has a pretty fun unstoppable carry through with that ult.
Yeah. And Dire 1 sadly there just can't follow on to Kiaya.
get the early collapse. Yeah.
Now, on the live play, I think a Rift Herald was secured by SBTC.
Yep.
So SBTC getting that first objective of the game.
Coming up with that win for us. Pretty much where they want this. Actually could be a very good opportunity to drop that into the mid lane, because the Gragas has been absolutely killing it. He's 3-0 right now. He's got 20 CS up over Hearty. A huge statement game for DR1. Yeah, but GAM find themselves dragon.
Yeah, Rift Herald for Drake trade, essentially. SBTC surely are going to be looking to drop that Rift Herald in the mid lane, try to accelerate DR1's lead, who is already 1k gold ahead of Carti.
Yeah, we're just seeing a little bit of, what are we saying? Just a bit of a trading blows right now. Not too much going on. Sorry, my stream is freezing a little bit. It's fun. Don't know why this was meant to be the stable internet. I don't know what's going on. But we see
it's fine. We'll power through anyway, a bit like we powered through MSI.
Yeah, we'll get through that. And we will see. It's just very strong very strong lanes coming out from SBTC right now. They've picked up quite a few tower plates of their own accord. This top one almost down. It's just needs it off. And then, but there's just a very strong sort of vision battle taking place in the river. Neither side being able to really progress strongly as they want to. But Paulette has found his way down, and they are going to kill Carty once again.
Flash, depth charge, dredge line, everything thrown at the Victor. And it is an easy kill for SBTC. Rift Herald now going to be dropped in the mid lane. That's going to be first tower of the game going to SBTC.
Yeah, we found this. It's going to be another solo kill onto Kiaya.
Okay.
Apart.
Your most improved player of Spring Split, Emperor. And he is dominating Kiaya in the top lane.
He's absolutely killing this matchup, and it's fantastic. It is a fantastic matchup for the Gnar. That Hyper does so much damage onto a champion like Sejuani, and
well, hostile takeover drop down. Dia 1 will use the Everfrost. He's on the run. He's got a flash available. B still. Oh my god, that is so much burst damage from Dia 1, and B is lucky to still be alive.
And Dia 1 walks away from it all, and we're just going to see once again, it's Kiaya playing the aggressor. He's not being able to run away fast enough. He's got a couple of stuns, but Emperor can close the distance. Emperor can knock him back away from safety, and without a flash, with only the dash that can be interrupted, it's just nothing Kiaya can do. He cannot. And overall, it's just these solo laners from SBTC stepping up huge, and GAM is looking very, very stoppable right now.
I'm just wondering if this is, GAM just having a slow start to Spring Split, or are SBTC Esports really this crack? Because the weakness for GAM, I think all of us were kind of in agreement that Carty had a little bit of a shaky split. And SBTC are trying to take full advantage of this. We've seen the amount of focus they've thrown towards the mid lane.
And yeah, I have to commend them for playing through this.
Well, engage from GAM on the top side of the map. Glacial Prison will not land onto Emperor, but the Permafrost will come through, but it doesn't matter. Emperor has already gotten one kill. He hops out of the Winter's Wrath. He turns into Mega Gnar, and Emperor gets a double kill.
And there's a kill on the bot. It's falling apart, and GAM is going to have to pull a bloody miracle to get this back. It's insane. And there's a trade in the mid lane. Should go nowhere, but Dia's going to have his rotation of spells up first. There's a minion wave that he will take instead, but with the kill on the bot side, that's towers at the top. So far out of the hand of GAM. Wow!
Marby, we're barely 3 hours into Summer Split, and we're already going to be getting our first upset. And this isn't a small upset. This is the current champions of the VCS. This is how the dive onto Emperor went horribly, horribly wrong.
And I think that just the dash, the W from Levi, it just didn't go out of tower range. I think that was what they were trying to do. But also with this build that they've gone for on Kiaya, he's just not the aggro early on and be that big tank. Now he's got a mythic. He might be able to stand up a little bit better, but holy crap, it's just a 4-0 in both solo lanes. This is absolute dominance, and with that kill going in the bot side as well, just to the side of SBTC. They have very strong engage tools. They can try and look for picks. They have that within their capabilities, but SBTC are always first to sort of roam and be a unit. It's usually on his own.
Well,
He's
we've got an engage coming through. Instant cleanse from the Glacial Prism from Celebrity as he just steps back and now starts to kite out the fight. Palette will fall. Akati on the side of this play. And Dia1 getting some damage down, but he's in the Chaos Storm and now looks towards Kiaya. Style will fall, and SBTC will get a 1-for-1 ADC for support. They win the fight, and now they take the Rift Herald.
Take the Rift Herald. Someone has to go pick that up, please. Thank you, Dia. And Levi's on the wrong side of the map, so everyone's going to try and kill him. Is
that an execute?
I don't think that. So. Yeah, it's an execute.
And,
another kill for Empa.
Empa will just content himself with killing the decoy of the Wukong. I think I owe Empa an apology, because when I did the my power rankings for all of the players, I put Empa with Nagia and Coated. But after this, I think Empa is looking very, very good. And probably one of the top 3 top laners in the VCS with this kind of performance, if he can do it consistently. Hook then on to Akati, and Dia1 shows up, explosive cask, and it's Palette who ends up picking the kill. I think that would have been from the passive of the Titan's Wrath.
Yeah, quite possibly. And I just want to say, Empa has 4 kills. All 4 of them are solo kills. 2 of them just straight up 1v1s against Kiaya, and the 2 from the tower dive. He is absolutely playing out of his mind this game, and been given it a little bit by pretty dodgy decision and dodgy play from the side of GAM, but hey, he's taken it. He's won these fights, and he is absolutely insane right now. Overall, this whole SBTC lineup is just coming together, and this is what SBTC has been pro.
And I think one of my biggest...
a powerhouse team. This is fantastic.
And I think one of my biggest concerns, maybe many fans' concerns, would have been a Star just gets caught out. Depth shot, he tries to hop over the wall, will be eventually able to do so. DNK, Heartbreak is away, but Empa shows up and cleans up the kill.
Okay, look, he was doomed, but that was very slick jukes coming out from Style. He lives up to his name, even though it is fruitless in the end, as this Rift Herald is going to break this mid lane tower, and there is so much map.
Now, let's be honest, okay.
Running out of options.
Marby, I'm going to start this narrative because it needs to be done. In Spring Split, there were a lot of games, and by a lot, there were, I'm not talking about 1 or 2. I feel like there were 4 or 5 games where GAM were losing. They had a huge goal deficit, almost like what we've got here, but they were somehow... I think we put it down to GAM magic, GAM plot script writing, right? They were able to come back. So I don't want to count them out of this game yet because we have seen crazier things.
Yeah, I would say the thing that GAM was able to utilize to great effect was the fact Jinx was meta, and Jinx absolutely turn a whole fight around, a losing situation around very quickly. Kalista is not quite as good at that. Neither is, and even though Victor's late game damage is pretty strong, it's nothing to be sneezed at. It's definitely not going to quite be that pop off, reset, clean up a whole fight in an instant. It just doesn't feel like it's going to come together at all for GAM, unless we see them start to find these picks, move them around the map and try and gang up and find some kills onto like Celebrity and DO1. Even Empa, that 650 gold bounty is looking very juicy right now, and if they just bring someone down, Levi, maybe Carter, just try and collapse and start. That's what they need to start to get back into this.
And when I think back to SBTC of Spring Split, 2T was obviously a weak link in the chainmail. They've replaced 2T with Dia1, who's playing fantastically. I think the other weak link was also when you look towards DNK, because DNK, I did not think had a good split. and so far he's playing relatively well. I don't think he's been amazing, but it's been decent, as now GAM are looking to contest the Drake. Glacial Prison will land. The rest of SBTC are showing up. Drake secured by GAM. Dredgeline lands onto Kati. In goes Emperor. He finds a 3-man Gnarl. Moonlight Vigil on top. And SBTC are looking for the fight. Chaos Storm drop down and Emperor will fall. Palette is practically out of this fight. Style has a bailout, trying to get down some additional damage before he eventually falls. Taiwan tanking up everything right now, but he will survive. It is happy hour for the Gragas. Levi over the wall. DNK will follow, and DNK will get the kill. It's 2 kills for 1 for SBTC.
Okay, they weren't joking. GAM did not win that fight. It was so close though. Paulette and Dia getting away with barely anything, but they are right back in. And can Kati and B do anything about it? I don't think they can. There's no ultimates there, which could cause a major threat, but Kiai's ultimate
Levi
is up
is
soon,
dead
I
for a bit
suppose.
longer. 2-man Everfrost to lock down the members. Do SBTC want to turn, or do they want to rush down the Baron? DNK is low, and Dire 1 is just doing all the work. He goes golden, which does mean that the Sejuani Q will go through him on to Palette. Baron has been secured. Now SBTC could look for the fight, but they want to reset. They want to get their cooldowns back up.
Yeah, they just sent the tanky members in. They just wanted to delay. And here we see GAM and Levi. They get the dragon, but then they turn as soon as that hook lands, instead of just saying, we win a dragon for kill trade.
Yeah.
They try to take the fight. They get an early kill. They almost kill off Dia, but it just lives so damn long. There's not enough in the tank from Kati with no mana, and it just all falls apart right there.
I have a feeling Gragas might be getting banned for game 2.
That sounds reasonable, but also you realize that you're banning Gragas. There are so many better things to ban.
Like, imagine if I told you at the start of the day, at the top of the show, game 2, GAM are going to be banning away Dia 1's Gragas. Imagine if he plays an actual mid laner.
Yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be. You're probably not going to see anything like this. You don't need to ban it, because realistically, you should be. You're on red side. You shouldn't have the opportunity. But honestly, I just don't know anymore. Dia1 has always been a bit of a screwball with his champion pool, and this is really just that epitomized. No one expected Gragas. I don't think. Not in the mid lane for sure. Shushay and Vietnamese Shushay.
Well, SBTC have shown that their early game is very good. They've shown that their mid game is good as well. But can they close out a game? Can they find that final fight? Can they break open the base of GAM? They have the Baron empowered minions, and they're going to push forward in the mid lane and crack open the base. No, not quite. They're going to have to wait for one more push.
One more push, but on the other side, it's Enpa. He's doing all the work on his lonesome. He's probably going to grab this. Maybe not on this wave either. Oh no, never mind.
Kiaya is frightened
or something. Yeah, just can't step up. You can't really damage him at all. And there's just so much pressure. 2 towers going down and siege onto the inhibitor. Can GAM find something? Can they do anything? Kiaya can't find a good wraparound.
In goes Levi. Will he drop down the explosive cast key? Well, but he's just looking to run away for now. Not looking to find the full fight, but he's already down to half health. He's handshaked, he's pulled in. Goes golden. DNK now showing up as well. Dia 1 will jump over the wall with the body slam. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Emperor still split pushing, able to get the inhibitor tower, as the inhibitor will fall in the mid lane. Dredgeline lands onto the Sejuani. Permafrost will come through, but it's a 2-man Gnarl. Now they're looking towards Levi. Palette will fall, but can GAM find the fight? Emperor diving on in. Levi will follow. Moonlight Vigil on top. The Chaos Storm is a massive from Kati, but it is now a 2v2. Emperor will fall. It's all on Dire 1. On his return to the VCS, will clean up GAM, and it will be an ace for SBTC.
Gonna pick up these inhibitors. It's not going to be the end because GAM fought back as best they could, but my god, it was one is the last fat man standing, and it starts off very badly for GAM as well. Big ultimate coming out from Enpa, but just so much damage coming out from Kati. They stand for so long in his Chaos Storm that he just gets so much done. Leandri's doing it. The fat man reigns supreme as Dia just pops them with the belly. And it's so close. GAM almost found their way back in, but it just wasn't there.
Wow. I don't really have much more to say other than that SBTC playing very well. But let's look at the positives for GAM. Kati is getting stronger on that Victor. We're starting to see the power that Chaos Storm has in team fights.
Yeah, the team fight should be getting better and better as they manage to find more gold. 1K gold lead that they have to come up against. Thankfully, they haven't got dragons against them, so they still have those opportunities, but they don't have the means of pushing into their jungle and finding gold that way. So this gold lead should extend a little bit further. GAM just has to try and weather it, keep what little gold they have on the map alive. This tower is almost worth giving up because it's just so hard to defend. It's just too risky. But these super minions, maybe you can utilize these to get for this next fight.
And for now, GAM can defend. But once those super minions start crashing in the mid lane, in the bottom lane, then they're going to have to send resources to deal with those waves. And that's when SBTC can try to crash through this inner tower and the inhibitor tower as well.
Yeah, for sure. This is probably the last wave they can really push and defend, as you see the waves are coming in now. But they are staggered, so Style is actually able to pick them up fairly safely, just by himself. But we see the resets coming, trying to get aimed, and might provide the opportunity. The thing is, they have no vision. They can't approach this Baron, going down fairly quickly with just DNK and Celebrity.
So I want to point out some build sins. As never mind, GAM are taking the fight. They're looking for Dire 1. The Baron has been secured. Dire 1 goes golden, but he will get bursted down, and GAM will find the first kill of the fight. Now they're looking for more. They're looking for Palette flashing over the wall. Emperor hopping away. SBTC will lose one, but they still have the Baron on 4 members.
They'll have the Baron, and GAM has to try and get back to the base. If SBTC can route them, can keep them away from these minions, it's not going to happen, but it should at the very least be this tower coming down.
GAM, I would call that a death brush, but it wasn't really. It was more like a death wall as they waited for members of SBTC to round the corner. Look at the work that the super minions are doing. One Nexus tower is already practically dead, and SBTC are pushing more. The hook lands, but it's only onto Levi's clone. DNK now running for his life, forced to Heartbreaker away. There's a teleport coming in. GAM won the fight. GAM wanted to pull themselves back into this game, but SBTC are on the retreat. Now it's a teleport from Dia 1. He's looking for the flank, but Dia 1's going to be all by himself. Explosive cast. All of this to buy time. Emperor looking to end the game. Being defended by Kiaya. The fight continues in the top lane. Levi now showing up. Palette hooking himself away. A teleport as a GAM tried desperately to defend their Nexus. Moonlight Vigil dropped down, and Emperor is on to the Nexus. He's got a 1v1 with Kiaya, and then he's got a 1v1 with the Nexus, and Kiaya gets solo killed. Levi now showing up. Emperor has another 1v1 to deal with, but Levi is getting run down. Silent B joining in as well. Emperor gets the kill onto Levi. Now he's looking for the Nexus. Never mind, he wants B. The fountain will do its work. Dire 1 shows up, replacing Emperor on the Nexus. Surely he can't be stopped. Palette and Celebrity joining in as well. It's all on the bot lane duo of a GAM, but it won't be enough. A dredge line onto Style. Style will surely fall. Palette falls first. Dire 1 still alive. So is Celebrity. Bailout. Nexus down. SBTC take game 1.
It was a huge mess at the end, but input just cannot be stopped. They sent Kiaya. They sent Kati. He